Good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? Listen.
Dear true crime friends, we clutch our pearls and laugh again. We all gather around. Kathy has a story to tell, our favorite comedian. Heifer, please, I don't have the free time unless you got the scoop again. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Hey there, true crime friends. Oh my gosh. We are expecting a lot of snow in North Jersey, but you know what's happening? Kouri Richins' trial starts tomorrow. Oh my God, could you die? So I was like, I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it with my good true crime girlfriend, Tiff Unraveled. Hey, Tiff, how are
Hey
you?
everyone. Good morning. I'm good. How are you, Kathy?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so excited to talk about Kouri Richins. It's
Same.
been 2 years.
It had almost four, well, three since her arrest, but since,
Really?
yeah,
It's been such a long time. And
yeah,
I understand that like these families wait a long time for justice, but we YouTubers wait a long time too. We're excited. We want to
I
know.
want to talk about it. I know this one there's a lot to
This one's crazy, 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 crazy. So there may be people. Well, first of all, I'm Kathy from Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. In case you don't know me, that's my good girlfriend, Tiff from Tiff Unraveled. You can follow this case with me, or this live stream with me or Tiff over on Tiffany Unraveled. Or no, Tiff Unraveled, not Tiffany
unraveled.
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 Make sure that you're liking and subscribing on both channels so you could stay on top of every single thing that we're doing. Um, and hype this video or hype this live. Once it's done, it's Sunday. YouTube gives you 3 hypes a week. Hyping helps people find smaller channels. So yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hype. So look, Tiffany, we need to talk about this lady. What do you know about Miss Kouri? How'd you find out about this story?
Oh, so it was just it was everybody was talking about it. I was always so nervous to undertake this deep dive just because it was so talked about and it seemed like so much. So I was just
Yeah.
watching and watching and watching. It took me, I think I finally did my deep dive on her like 2 or 3 months ago.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know. It just seemed so big. It seemed like such a massive undertaking. It was like the Adelson stuff. I still have
Yeah.
not, because it's so, there's just a lot of layers. But yeah. And then I thought I was just gonna dip. I was like, well, let me just dip a little bit and see what's going on here. And then I never dip. It always turns into a
Yeah.
total spiral. So
You're
yeah.
like, I'm baptized, I'm
Yeah.
immersed, I'm
Yeah.
in the whole
I'm
thing.
in it. We're gonna cover the trial. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I
There's
tend to like cases where it's already fully developed, right? Like
right.
I like to jump on a case, like we're going to trial. Okay, let's talk about the trial. But a lot of people in chat are saying they discovered this through EDB, Emily D. Baker, who
Mm,
is like, the high priestess of all things true crime.
right.
And I think that's how I found this case too. She was like, this lady poisoned her husband with a Moscow mule. And I was
Yeah.
like, first of all, what is a Moscow mule? Um, and then after I looked it up, I was like, why do they drink it out of those tin cups? I don't understand
Those
it at all.
the copper cups. I know. I
Yes,
don't think I've
yes.
ever actually had one, but
I mean, I don't drink, so I get like the virgin version of everything,
mhm.
but it has ginger beer. I was like, oh, there's ginger beer. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I'm all about the food. In every
I've
case, I'm all about the
I've
food.
never had ginger beer. I don't even know. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm not living.
Okay.
I don't know.
Grocery store ginger beer is one thing, but like authentic Caribbean ginger beer made with fresh
Mm,
ginger and brown sugar and lemon.
okay.
So good. It's so, so good. And it's amazing if you have like upset. It costs like $1 zillion per bottle. It's not that expensive, but a soda's like $1. A ginger beer is like $6 for
Oh,
one.
wow.
If you
Okay.
get the good stuff.
Okay. I'll put it
But
on my
if
list.
yes, if you go to a Caribbean restaurant or you have to be in the Caribbean and they have the real ginger beer, do not miss it.
Okay.
Do not miss it.
Okay.
But yeah, so Emily D. Baker was talking about this case, and I was like, obviously, if EDB is on this, I want to be on it too.
Yeah.
And wait, point of information, ginger beer is non-alcoholic. Yes, it is, but people generally, but often mix alcohol with it, and I don't drink alcohol. So, but a Moscow Mule is not non-alcoholic, it's alcohol. Anyway,
Right.
let's for people who don't know, let's start by talking about sort of the history of Kouri and Eric Richins.
Okay.
I know you did a deep dive on this, so we can sort of like back and forth tag team. S
Yeah.
I know Kouri met Eric at Home Depot. She was a cashier at Home Depot,
Mhm.
and she had a crush on him, and one of her girlfriends was like, "You should talk to him," or said to Eric, "You should go, she's cute, go get in her line." And
Mhm.
they got married and had a couple kids. Do you know how long they were married?
They got married in 2013. And I think
Okay.
they had already had their first child,
Yes.
got
Yes.
married in 2013, and then
Okay.
have 2 more children, so 3 children,
All
together.
boys, right?
I think so, yeah, yeah.
Do you know how old the youngest one is? I'm not even sure.
I don't actually know how old the children were, like, when this happened,
Right, at the
or how
time.
old they're.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. I
I
should
mean,
look.
I don't know how long it was into well, Eric had money, like money, you know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? He
mhm,
didn't just have, like, a little change. He had money, to the point that he had this is how you know in my opinion, this is the hallmark. He had, like, a trust set up for the money, and the father
mhm,
had a trust. Like, it was
mhm,
money. This
mhm.
wasn't just like they got rich last week. Um,
Yeah.
but they did well. These are Utah families. Um, Eric Richins was an RM for our LDS friend. For our non-LDS friends, that means he's a returned missionary. He
Mm,
was active in the LDS church at one point, to the point that he went on a mission to Mexico City. I assume that means he's fluent in Spanish. But once he came back, he set up like a masonry business and was very, very successful in the local community,
yeah,
but he stopped going to church. No shade. This is my church talking true crime on a Sunday. But
yeah.
so do you know if Corey was religious or not, or if she had like any ties to the LDS church?
I didn't get a lot of information, like, about her younger, like, background. I didn't
Right.
really learn a lot until, like, the point of her meeting Eric at the Home Depot, her starting everything that I read said that she was very ambitious, very,
Hmm.
very hungry, but worked hard, started her, real estate business, the K. Richins Realty.
Yes.
And
Yes.
her thing was flipping houses, fixing them up, all that kind of stuff. But
Was her business ever really successful? Because I got the feeling that she was never really successful.
so people said it was a successful business, but that's the entire other side to this case, was that she was taking out, I mean, she was in major debt and taking out all of these, like, hard money loans, like the really high interest, fast turnaround. I don't know a lot about all the
I
terms and
know a little
stuff.
something
Yeah, I
I
thought.
know a little something about hard money lenders.
Yeah.
So a hard money lender is a guy who comes like if you go to the bank, they're like, "We want a bunch of papers. This might take 6 weeks. We need this and this and this." A hard money lender is like a legal loan shark, more or less. It's a
Mhm.
private person or group of people, and they say, "Oh, hey, you need money. You bought this house. That's fine. Now you need money to fix it up. We'll give you $300,000. It's a 6-month loan, and the interest rate is,
Exorbitant.
35% or something, like
Yeah,
some crazy
yeah,
percentage,
yeah.
and you have to pay it back, but if you don't pay it, we take the house."
Right.
Like, they'll get you the money, like, next week, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I
And
think
so
from the outside,
crazy high interest.
yeah, people saw her acquiring these properties and flipping, but she she was in a massive amount of debt and was doing a lot of things. illegally, which are some of her charges. Just, taking out
Right.
home equity lines of credit, apparently forged Eric's signature and documents on that, like, you know,
Wow.
so yeah. So that's a whole other part of this entire case is the financial stuff that she was doing.
It's very Alec Murdoch. Did you follow the Murdoch case?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Because there was like all this money shenanigans going
Mhm.
on, and to cover up the money shenanigans, he killed his family, which is, I mean, she didn't kill her whole family, but she did kill her husband.
Mhm.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Her
Allegedly.
trial starts tomorrow.
Starts
Oh my God. I'm
tomorrow.
so excited for
I
this
know.
trial.
It's
And a
it's
lot of times
weird.
when they say a trial is starting tomorrow, they mean jury selection starts tomorrow.
We're
No, in
done.
this case,
Yep.
they have selected the jury. Opening statements are tomorrow,
Mhm.
February the 23rd.
Yes. Yep. They got jury
So
selected last week, or I think
or like 2 weeks
it was on my
ago.
birthday. Yeah, I think it was on the 11th. Yeah.
Happy
My
birthday. Wait,
birthday.
let me
Oh,
write this down.
thank
Tiff's birthday
you.
is February the 11th. Okay, that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Tiff's birthday. Okay, I'm gonna mark that on my calendar with a repeat. Okay, cool.
Uh,
Um, so first of all, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Um, so they selected a trial a couple of weeks ago. But there's 8 jurors, I believe, right? It's not.
No, I think it was 6
It's
and
not.
6. I thought I had read they got 6 men, 6 women.
Oh! I believe it is. It's only 8 jurors will deliberate because
Oh,
some
I
of
got you, and
those
then there's
jurors
alternates.
are
Okay.
alternates.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
I always want to call them extras. They're not extras. They're alternates.
extras.
You're getting tons of happy birthdays in the chat.
Aw,
Happy
thank you
birthday, Tiff.
guys.
Happy birthday. Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's awesome. So right. A lot chat is telling us 8 plus 4. So 8
Alternate.
deliberating
Okay.
jurors plus 4 alternates. Because there's some, I guess if it's not like a DP trial, death penalty trial or something like that, they don't have to have 12 in where Idaho? Where are these people? Utah.
Utah. Yeah.
Utah. Okay,
Camas or
Utah.
Camas, Utah? Yeah.
Idaho portion of the United States. Everything west of like Illinois is just it's Idaho, Idaho, Iowa, Utah, same thing. Anyway, so the jury has been selected. Tomorrow is opening statements. What I expect to hear is for them to say Kouri Richins was in deep financial trouble. She tried a bunch of different times to unfortunately unalive her husband, and she finally succeeded on this particular day. It was all about the money, honey.
Mhm.
Not a quote. But what do you expect to hear? My understanding is that the state has kept all their stuff really close to the chest.
So we have, also, aside from the financial motive that prosecution is alleging, I believe they are also alleging, she had a paramour. Um, so we've seen some of the, like, text messages between them come out. I think that from what I read, I think I was watching, Grizzly the other day, and I think
Mhm.
they're saying that he is expected to testify and that he was offered because he was offered immunity, for his testimony.
Really?
So um, that'll be interesting for sure.
Oh
Some
my
definitely.
god, I was not aware.
Yeah, yeah. That's just what people are, I guess, speculating, but that he will be testifying. Hopefully. I mean, he was telling
How
her
juicy.
she was telling him, some of the texts that they had together. So I definitely think they'll talk about this, that, "Oh, I want you to be my husband one day. Everything would just be better. It would be perfect if he wasn't around." Those kinds of messages. So,
Shady boots, shady
mhm.
boots.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot here.
Okay.
It'll be interesting.
Well, do you know about her mother, right? About Corey's mama?
I I do. It was truly
Tell the class,
I
ma'am.
only this part I only skimmed, but I do remember reading that Corey's mother's partner also passed away from an overdose. I
Yes.
can't remember, was she like a beneficiary of something, or yeah, okay. I thought so.
Yeah. I thought Corey's mom met her partner in rehab, allegedly. From what I recall, I don't
Okay,
remember if they met in rehab or if the partner, who was another lady, had been in and out of. I know the partner had been in and out of rehab several
okay,
times.
okay,
And so Corey's mother is alleged to have provided the partner with fentanyl, and the lady OD'd and went off to the Endless Heaven buffet. I
okay.
wonder if they have a fentanyl section on the Endless Heaven buffet where then you could just do it all you want. I don't know how
I
that
don't
works.
I
Anyway,
don't
um, the Endless Heaven Trap House. She's like,
not the trap
look,
house.
my daddy is at the Endless Heaven Hoe House. He loved him. Okay, we're not even gonna go there. Anyway, so
Oh, that's another story.
if you get all your favorite things in heaven, my daddy is gonna be with some cheap hoes. That was his favorite. He
Oh,
loved himself a trashy woman. The trashier, the
boy,
better. Oh yeah. Anyway, that's another story for another day. So,
definitely.
Corey's mom, whose name escapes me right now, partnered with this lady. The lady is in and out of rehab. When the lady dies of an overdose,
Mhm,
the mother collected the life insurance money,
mhm,
and it was not like deeply investigated or assumed to be anything like foul play because the lady had been in and out of rehab so often.
right.
It was like, I mean,
Assumed
when
that,
somebody
yeah,
yeah. When somebody with a narcotics history overdoses, nobody is like, "Oh, wow, I never saw this coming." It's heartbreaking, of course, but it's not like, "Oh, wow, that's the most shocking thing ever."
yeah,
So, yeah, Corey's mama got some money, and word on these true crime streets is that she was advising her daughter, trying to help her with
right.
her marital situation.
Right. Something that I think I said in my last one, something that she kinda learned at the dinner table with from
Yes.
from mom.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's definitely
The Richards family had money, like, but Eric Richards family had money. Corey's family, not so much.
right.
They were like I mean, I don't know, like,
Just
how
regular,
fancy
yeah,
or not fancy they were.
yeah,
They were real regular. They were regular degular, like you and me, just like
yeah.
she's a 22-year-old cashier down at the Home Depot or whatever.
So,
So,
I think also, what we're gonna hear them talk about is, or what, I don't know if they'll talk about it, but I found it very interesting because, they signed the prenup when they got married,
yes.
saying
Yes.
that nobody nobody would get anything if there was a divorce, whatever. Um,
Oh.
but the caveat was that if Eric died during their marriage, then Corey would inherit like his business and those assets, right? So Eric went to a financial advisor. So I think he found out that Corey had done some shady stuff, like the home equity line of
Yes.
credit, all of that stuff eventually came out. So he went to
Yes.
see like a financial, I don't know, advisor or
Mhm, like a planner or
a
something.
planner, an estate planner, and had everything transferred to his sister's name,
Yes.
right? So, and never told Corey this, right? So all of this happened, and a prosecution alleges that she thought that she stood to inherit all of his assets. Um,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
finds out after his death that it all went to his sister. So I find that,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think that there
Well,
was even a
think
fight, like a fist fight with the sister. Did you
yes,
remember hearing about that? Like
yes.
after he passed away, Corey was trying to get into this safe that she thought he kept like at least $100,000 in or something. and called a locksmith, and the sister was like, "You can't do that. It doesn't belong to you." And that is the
Mhm.
moment that she allegedly found out that she didn't have the rights to any of
Right.
this stuff. Yeah.
That came out at the hearing. At the
Yeah.
when Kouri got arrested, the very first hearing, it was almost like it was almost like they got to give victim impact statements almost,
Mhm.
because I remember watching that. The sister-in-law could stand up and sort of say her piece like, "Hey, judge, this is why Kouri should not get bail." And, the sister-in-law said it was a gun safe in the garage.
Mm.
Like, Eric had just died, and there's this gun safe in the garage, and the sister-in-law was staying there, and she wakes up in the morning or she comes over or whatever, and Kouri is there with the locksmith trying to
Trying to
open,
get
like,
into it.
trying
Yeah.
to drill out,
Yeah.
yeah, the lock on the safe. And, Kouri was like, "This is my house." And the sister-in-law is like, Listen, this is my safe. Everything here belonged to Eric and now belongs to the trust." And Kouri was like, "No, he has passed away. That means everything goes to me."
Mhm.
And the sister-in-law is like, "No, he changed his will. He changed all his documents. And so everything goes to the trust for the care of the sons." And the sister was like in charge of like the trustee or the executor or whatever. The
Mhm.
sister is in charge of the trust. And her and Kouri got into a fist
Right.
fight.
Yeah.
And Kouri punched the sister in somewhere in the face, like her mouth or her eye or something like that. It was like, your husband's body is still warm over there, ma'am, and you are punching people in the face?
And
Like,
she was fighting. Yeah.
it's
And
not a good look.
trying to get into stuff immediately. That was the other thing. It was the day after Eric passed away, she closed on that Midway mansion that she had her
Yes.
sights set on. And
Yeah. So to back up, let's tell people about the mansion because the mansion story is crazy. And for those who don't know, there is plenty of interior footage of this mansion on YouTube and other assorted places. Um, so yeah. Oh
insane.
wait, I just I just noticed that I hit my goal. I set a goal of 5 super chats,
Awesome.
and that means I am going to drop free gifted memberships. Does everybody have their gifted memberships turned on? Okay, my thing is being really slow. Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? Here they go. Send now. 5 free gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me hit my goal.
Awesome.
Congratulations, new member Angel Robbins, Jaded Wonder, Melody, Mama of a Medic, and Scooby 2. Congratulations and welcome to the back room. Memberships galore. Anyway, um, not Nancy, Kouri,
Story.
the real estate investor, had her eye on a big fancy mansion on like the edge of town. This place is massive. Have you seen it? Did you
I
see the
oh,
interior?
I definitely went down that rabbit hole too. Yeah. Like
Oh,
volleyball court, golf simulators, who knows how
crazy.
many rooms, just
It's wild.
insane.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And I was going like, okay, my dining room table could go here. This would be a bunk
Oh,
room for
you
all
were
my grandkids.
manifesting. You were manifesting. I see.
Yes. The problem though is this. Kouri wanted to buy that somebody built this mansion on the edge of town. They started fixing it up and they didn't finish fixing it up. And
Left
so
it.
Kouri
Yep.
is like, "Oh, I'm going to buy this mansion and I'm going to finish it and I'm going to make it like an Airbnb or whatever."
Mhm. Mhm.
Um the problem is that it's not zoned for Airbnb. It's not, it looks like a hotel, but it's zoned
Oh,
as a private residence.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a financially unsound purchase
Mhm.
because not a lot of people could afford that house. It was gonna cost a fortune to finish. She was gonna be upside down, meaning the amount of money it would take to finish the house was more than what the house was worth. Do you
Right.
know how much she paid for the house? I don't remember.
2,000,000. That's what I
Oh
read.
my gosh.
2,000,000. And that's what a lot of people are bringing up too. So she closes on a $2 million house the day after her husband died, and stood to inherit, I think, like 1.9 from the life insurance policies that she also, I think, shadily took out on her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, so closed on this house the day threw a party. Yeah, to
So
celebrate.
tacky.
Yeah,
Wait, where are my clutch of
yeah.
pearls? She did what?
Threw like it had like a get together, and this was not a party to, remember her husband or, nothing like it was to celebrate the closing of this. I saw someone say exactly the word that I used, money pit.
Yes.
That yeah.
Yes.
And there's some contention too, of course, between the families. So Kouri's family, from what I read, was saying, no, he was on board with this purchase. He supported Kouri. He supported what she wanted to do, all of that. And then Eric's family is saying, no, he absolutely was against the purchase of this house. And I
Yeah.
think they called
Yeah.
it a money pit. It was not financially sound. But she had her sights set on it, and that's what she did.
It's so crazy. So Eric had owned his masonry business, a very successful masonry business for a long time. So he was a business person. He knew the community, he knew the contractors, he knew the area. Um, and so wait, it was a pool party?
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God. So tacky.
Yeah,
It's so tacky. It's so tacky.
yeah.
Um, he was a good business person, so he knew a little something about a little something. Kouri in her mind was like, I'm gonna buy this $2 million house and it's all gonna be fine. But Eric was not for it. And so she was I remember why he changed the estate planning. That is because he found out that she had tried to get a home equity line of credit against the house that they lived in, a home that he owned before he met her. Additionally, he kept getting sick. Like she kept giving him food, and
Mhm,
anytime she would get him food, he would get sick. Not
mhm,
anytime, but like it happened on several occasions that
mhm,
he would eat food provided by Kouri and he would get sick. And so he had said to his friends, "Hey, listen, friends, I think she's trying to poison me."
mhm,
And the friends were like, "Wait, what?"
mhm,
And he was like, "Yeah, so I think she's trying to poison me." And sort of the straw that broke and she tried to they went on some vacation to like Italy or something. They were in another country. She tried to poison him there. She just was trying to poison him all over the doggone place. Why does it sound like my walls are coming down? What are these boys doing? Oh, my son is running through the house. It's
Yeah,
like a herd of elephants in here. But then she uh, went online and changed the beneficiary of the life insurance from Eric's business
business
partner to
partners.
herself.
Yeah.
Well, when she changed the beneficiary, the life insurance company said to Eric, like, "Oh, hey, did you change this? Did you mean to change this online?" And Eric was like, "Oh, thanks for reaching out. No, I did not change it from my business partner to my wife. Please change it back." And he changed all the passwords and everything. And that was sort of the final straw that made him go, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but
Mhm,
this lady is shady. And
yeah,
so he went to a lawyer, an estate planner, and had all of his documents changed. I feel like if you change the will, if you change the beneficiary of the life insurance, if you change anything, you gotta tell the person so that like I just feel like that protects your life,
yeah.
because it eliminates the motive. Like, okay, yeah, maybe they're gonna divorce you, but it eliminates the motive for them to like,
Because again,
you know.
sh allegedly did this thing
Yeah,
thinking. I mean, that's the big motive here, right? Thinking that she
right.
stands to just inherit all of these assets and all of this wealth, and
Mhm.
got nothing. She has nothing. Nothing was going to her. It's crazy. We were talking
All
about.
she came away with was a big smile or whatever she brought into the relationship.
Yeah. And we're talking about the food. The big one that, of course, everybody talks about is just the one that happened, a few weeks before Eric actually passed away, was the Valentine's Day sandwich. So if you don't know,
Yes.
that that happened. I guess he finds a sandwich with a little love note on Valentine's Day from Kouri and eats it and gets very sick, hives. I think he had to use his son's EpiPen just to like he couldn't, yeah. Um, so major
That's
allergic reaction
crazy.
to whatever she had in the sandwich. Yeah. So and they're charging her with that. That's one of her charges.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
attempted murder. So she has aggravated murder,
right.
attempted murder, and then
Mhm.
there was like the amended charges ended up being like a couple of the forgery and mortgage fraud and that kind of thing. But one of them is attempted
Yeah.
murder. So she is being charged with trying to take his life on Valentine's Day.
It's so crazy. The thing
Yeah.
that I don't understand, right? He knew or at least suspected that his very shady wife is maybe poisoning him. He's like, maybe she's not, but it really, really seems like she's trying to poison me.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't I mean, maybe his like being he was not active in the LDS church, but I think sometimes that sort of training stays with you where like you don't get divorced, you stay
Wanted
with the
to stay
family.
for the boys. I read that a lot, that he was just determined to try to make this work to keep his family together. He wanted to do this for his
Right.
children, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, staying alive for his kids would have been good too. Not to victim blame because poor Eric, like he married the wrong woman. She was clearly, clearly terrible.
Yeah.
And I could see being like, I don't know if I have an allergy or if this person that I love and sleep in the same bed with or the same house or whatever is trying to do this terrible thing to me.
Yeah.
There's got to be a certain level of denial that makes you go, well, I don't think she will.
Especially if it was happening before. I didn't realize that it was a pattern. I didn't until you
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this had been happening and happening and happening.
Several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened several times. I know that it happened when they were on vacation and then but also if it's not happening like every day, all the time, whatever, he
Mhm.
might have just been like, I gotta go get some allergy testing done. What am I allergic to that's causing me like
Yeah.
hives and this major reaction? Like I have an autoimmune situation
Mhm.
that causes me to break out in hives, right? And initially I was like, what am I allergic to? Or is this just stress or is it whatever? And 4 doctor's trips and a midnight ER trip later, they were like, okay, you have this autoimmune situation. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
like once I had an answer, it made more sense. And we could like,
Right.
I could take the meds and we could deal with it or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you like, I don't think of hives as a drug reaction.
Yeah. I didn't know
It's
that either,
weird.
but I was reading once I saw that and I was reading that specifically fentanyl can cause hives. Maybe all narcotics can. I don't know, but yeah.
Hmm,
So even
that's
if it was
fascinating.
but then that's when you get to like the housekeeper, right? This is
Mhm.
this is supposedly what the prosecution is alleging that Corey got these narcotics from. And I think the first
Yes.
so this happened like 3 times. She was buying these narcotics from her housekeeper. Um,
Yes,
so
yes.
who knows?
Carmen Lauver,
Yes.
Carmen Lauver,
Yeah.
CL,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. So she
So
was the housekeeper, which was definitely their housekeeper at their house. But when you do new construction, I've had like a zillion jobs. One of those zillion jobs over the course of my life was cleaning up new construction. So
mm,
like after all the contractors and everybody have gone, like all the furniture, not the furniture, all the appliances and the tub and everything is installed, but the house is a mess. But it's not like day-to-day dirt, it's construction dirt
and
and
yeah,
so the company that I worked for had a contract to go into these newly constructed homes and basically it's like to get out all the dust, to wipe everything down so that people could then go for their final walkthrough and move into their house. And
right.
that's what this lady did. She did these like new construction cleanups
Mm,
or construction cleanups, but also I think she did like housekeeping for Corey and Eric from time to time.
right.
She was in recovery. But when you're in recovery, that means at one point you were out here in these streets doing the most. and she knew how to get her hands on some illicit substances.
Mhm.
And Kouri was like, "Hey girl, hey, I have a client who has back pain. Could
Yeah.
you get him some of those nice pills that,
Mm.
take away everything,
Mhm.
including your life?"
And that happened, and then a few days later, she texts Carmen again, and it was like, "Hey, that stuff's not working. I think, quote, the Michael Jackson stuff," she said. Um, so basically just like implying that she needed something much stronger for her investors'
Yeah.
stiff back. But yeah.
So crazy. She's like, "I need that heavy duty stuff." You know what's funny? Now, first of all, don't do crimes. Um,
Right.
if you're going to try and unfortunately unalive somebody, right? You watch the news and they're like, if you stand within 10 feet of fentanyl, you drop over dead. Meanwhile, Kouri is like, I keep giving him these pills. I'm crushing up the pills. Put it in the mayonnaise. I spread it on the sandwich, and he is still alive.
Mhm.
I need to write a strongly worded letter. Where is the Yelp review? Because this fentanyl is not very good.
Yeah, it didn't work for her. And the guy that so I think the issue now going to trial is the supplier for Carmen had
Yes,
initially admitted to supplying her with fentanyl and
yes,
then recanted and said he never gave her fentanyl, he gave her OxyContin. So I think that's gonna be the
right,
big thing with the defense is like, well, you guys can't actually put fentanyl in Corey's hands. Because if the supplier is saying he supplied Oxy, but Eric
right,
died of a fentanyl overdose, you
right.
can't you can't put it in her hands. So
I think ultimately the judge decided, though, that that is a question for the
the
trier of
jury.
fact or the finder of fact. Like the jury has to decide if this guy is credible
Yeah.
because his whole story was, look, when the district attorney first came to me, they were like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Let me get you a cup of coffee. So tell us every single thing." And this
Mhm.
guy was like, "I gave her blues." Now, he also was detoxing
Right.
from fentanyl, at the time, and so when he spoke to the district attorney the first time, he said, "Oh, I mean, listen, this guy is like, I am a narcotics enthusiast, and I'm in the sales and marketing of same, but, I don't wanna be involved in this big national case that everybody's talking about. No, thank you. I don't want any parts of that." And so it makes sense that he would say, like, yeah, I gave Carmen all this stuff. But then later he's like, I had yellow pills. I had blue pills. I had
I
pink
just
pills.
gave
I
her
had
all
rainbow
the stuff.
pills. I don't know which ones.
Yeah, yeah. So
So he's recanting because he doesn't want any parts of this. The thing that's so crazy to me is that the reason that this story is because this is sort of like, I don't want to say a tale as old as time, but it's not like the most shocking thing that this terrible lady would do this terrible thing, right? She wrote a children's book on the heels of the death of her husband.
Mhm.
He had passed away a year prior, and she wrote a children's book called Are You With Me to comfort her children. Nobody would have heard of this book. I write children's books all the time. I've written 3 or 4. No one has ever, but it's like, it's me and Chat GPT and like self-publishing. Like nobody has heard of these books, mostly because they were written as gifts for friends or they were written as jokes. But in the local area, they had like a news, you know how like they have those
Yeah.
feel good stories.
Mhm.
You could pay for time to go on the news, and she paid her little money and she went on the news and was like, "I wrote this book for my children."
Good Things Utah. I scoured the interwebs trying to find like the original, like the whole thing. I just wanted to see the entire thing.
The book or the broadcast?
The broadcast because I just wanted to see. I've seen
Oh,
clips. I've seen clips. I've seen
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen clips, yeah.
yeah, but I just wanted to I wanted to see the whole thing because I just wanted to see how she was. I don't know. It was just I wanted to see it so bad. I couldn't find it because I think they took it down obviously because it was
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
month
yeah.
or 2 later that she was arrested.
It was very
So
shortly
yeah.
after. Here's the thing that struck me, right? As a person who I've done a ton of TV, a ton. Mostly like a lot of daytime television talking about whatever assorted craft project I was working on at that time. And
Mhm.
for those of you who don't know, I am an all-star crafter. And I used to go on those I've been on The Chew and The View and The Talk and the this and the that, the Nate Berkus show,
Wow.
all these shows doing craft things. I was on The Chew twice,
Wow.
back when that show used to exist. But I would do craft things. And so they give you like very specific directions. There's colors you can and cannot wear. There's all these things, right? But because I've done a lot of TV, and also I wanted to be a newscaster when I was young, I know the TV things. Corey had no media training. And so she paid her little money and she went on this local, morning news segment.
Mm.
She looked a hot ass mess.
Yeah.
She looked a mess. If you ever go on TV, this is what you need to know. For anybody in chat, Tiff, when you get your billboard in Times Square, the whole
Okay.
thing, this is what you need to know. If you are going on TV, wear jewel tones. Wear jewel tones. And
Hmm.
no patterns, no logos, a solid top in a jewel tone or a color that complements your skin. No patterns, but especially no small patterns and nothing with like a lot of, you don't want a busy shirt. You
Paisley.
want the focus to be on your face. You need to sit with we used to always say before we went live, knockers up, like back straight, sit straight, everything needs to be straight, right? And think smile because no matter what you think your face is doing, your face is going to look like you're mad on TV if you're not smiling, right? Nobody told Miss Corey these things. So she's
Yeah.
hunched and she's like, well, blah, 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 blah. And it's clear because I did a deep dive on that little clip I saw.
Yeah.
Corey showed up at the studio in a top that was not camera friendly,
Mm.
right? So it was something with a pattern on it to cover up. They were like, because it'll make the camera buzz, you'll look really
Yeah.
crazy on film.
Yeah.
She put a jacket on over whatever top she was wearing. The jacket was brown, which that's not how you want to go.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it looked like a members only jacket. So I was like, I know this heifer is not out here in 2020 something in a members only jacket on my TV
That is
with
funny.
her hunched shoulders and
Yeah.
mumbling like, ma'am,
Yeah.
look at what those newscasters are wearing. Look at what you look a hot ass mess.
Do you think
She should have
that
got her money back.
she was trying to portray that like that sad grieving widow? Like, was there any of that? Again, I only saw the clips, but I was just like, was that like the image she was trying to portray? I also didn't know that she paid for time. Like, I didn't know that's how
Yes,
that worked
it's
either.
paid time.
So
Mhm.
you're paying them to be, so it's kind of like plugging your product.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Did
Yeah.
you read any of her Google searches? Because you know me.
Oh.
I love
Tell the people.
that's like
Tell the people about Miss Corey's Google
that's my
searches.
favorite part. So lots of Google searches, of course, come out. There was, as far as the mechanism, she was searching things like what is considered a lethal dose of fentanyl. Can you overdose on fentanyl? Those kinds of things. If someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as? So we have those
Oh
related
my
to
God.
the fentanyl. Um, luxury prisons for the rich. We love those
That was my favorite.
like
That was my favorite.
what are we thinking?
Oh my
Signs
God.
signs that you are under federal investigation. Um,
No.
yeah, just can deleted text messages, then the cover-ups of like, oh, the deleted text messages be retrieved? So that will probably be my ears will be perked. I don't know why digital evidence is just my favorite because you can't get away from it. They try and it
Mhm.
never works out. It never works out. But
I heard about luxury prisons for rich people. I
mhm.
was not aware of the others.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
ma'am, there's no such thing as luxury prisons for rich people. Now, there is federal prison, which is said to be better than state prison. It
Mm.
is still prison. It is still prison.
Still prison. I feel like it would still be prison. Like,
Uh,
who was
and
the other one? Who was
initially,
the other one that was searching for we had this conversation. Who were we talking about that was searching for it was Houston. It was Houston Denker when he was like, he was searching for all the different
dark web near me, he was trying to find web.
and he was searching for all the different prisons and like which is the best prison
Yes,
in Iowa and which is I was just like, it's prisons. He was searching for
sir. Sir.
Leavenworth and all of these things. Yeah. I don't know. So
He was like, "Dear ways, map me to the dark web. I
yeah,
need to get some things." Like, he was so
shortest
stupid.
route, no tolls. Um, the other one that she was searching was
Oh my god.
about her insurance payout. So I think one of the searches was, will insurance still pay out if like unknown is on the death certificate or something? She was basically trying to figure out like when, she would get that payout. So those will be
Oh
very
my god.
interesting to yes. Yeah.
I think it was Nancy Brophy who had called the police and asked them to write her a note for the insurance company that
Yes,
said
it
she was not
was.
under investigation.
I just did a deep dive on that case like um a couple of weeks ago. I think I did it for Valentine's Day.
No,
Yes.
I saw
And
it.
she did that. She was like, "Hey, so I really need you like a doctor's note." Like she was trying to get excused from work. She's like, "I really need you guys to write me a letter saying that I didn't do this because I need this money." Like exonerate
Please,
me.
thank you.
Yes.
Please and thank you. Could you just send me pen me a little. I'll tell you, I'll write it and send it to you, and
You
you just
just
put it on your
signed.
letterhead.
Oh my gosh, people they never cease
Like,
to amaze me.
yo,
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So wait, oh my gosh, there are 27 starred chats over here. I know some of
Oh,
them are questions
okay, we can
that
get
okay,
those.
wait, there is one that I was just like, this was new information to me. Wait, I can't find it. I saw it. Something asking about why Eric Richins' partner is in jail. His
Oh,
his business partner is in jail. Did you know this?
no.
I know nothing about this. Wait, I started. Yes, here we go. Why is Eric Richins' business partner in jail?
Ah, I didn't know that.
I do not know this either.
Does anyone else
Okay,
in chat know? We have to find
yeah,
out.
like class,
Yes.
class. Wait, I will do what I always do. I will ask Chat GPT,
Okay.
why is Eric Richins' business partner in jail? Now, Chat GPT sometimes tells lies and makes things up. Um, okay, searching for Eric Richins, Utah. Okay, there's no credible reporting that Cody Wright is in jail in connection with the Richins case. Well, I didn't say in connection with the Richins case. Um, yeah, Cody Wright of C&E Masonry. And because I have trained my Chat GPT to always quote sources because I know she makes things up.
Mm.
She says, Eric Richins co-owned a masonry business called C&E Stone Masonry with his business partner and close friend, Cody Wright. The C&E stood for their initials. That is from the Salt Lake Tribune. There's no credible reporting that Cody Wright is in jail in connection with the Richins case or for anything related to Eric's death. The news coverage of this story focuses on Kouri Richins, his wife, blah, blah, blah.
'Cause
Is
I was gonna say
oh,
maybe something just unrelated, business
right.
wise
I
or
put I put right, it auto corrected it to Cody wrong. That's funny. Is Cody Wright in jail for anything that Oh, okay. Let's see what she has to say. Mm, When you search general crime records, you do find other individuals named Cody Wright who have been arrested or jailed in unrelated cases. For example, arrests, unrelated charges in various states. But none of these are connected to Eric Richins' business partner. Those references involve different people with the same name and are separate, unrelated cases. So the short answer, no. Eric Richins' business partner, Cody Wright, is not reported to be in jail for anything at all. Okay.
Okay.
And the sources on that are WBTV, Facebook, and two other sources. You know, if you tell Miss Chat to don't make things up and cite her sources, she does a better job than just pulling random things out of there.
Random
So
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
we spread gossip over here, but we also will clear up a rumor if necessary. Just saying. Okay. Hazy 5522 became a new member. Welcome, welcome to the back room, honey. Honey. That back room is a whole mess. Um, wait, hang on. Northwest NW is a member for 2 months. Is it Monday yet? Not yet.
We're getting there.
I woke up on Friday thinking it was Saturday, the way I had planned out my whole day. And then I was like, I heard my son leave the house and I was like, look at this boy. He can't get up and get out of the house early when it's a Saturday, but you see him getting up on a Friday. He's probably going to his little girlfriend's house. I was so mad. I was fussing in my head. And then I was like,
Okay.
wait. I asked my Alexa device and she was like, girl, calm down. It's Friday. Okay, I forgot you were streaming today. I will call you another time. I'm about to study. Okay, my kiddo. Sorry, I'm like doing 12 things at once.
Okay.
Let's see. C. Morales says, what a great Sunday, two wonderful women. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And Robesis 1999 super chat on Tiffany's channel. Tiff, I need your moisturizer, ma'am. What is your skincare routine?
I use just a conglomeration of like a bunch of different moisturizers but honestly, my favorite moisturizer is this old school Neutrogena water. I think it's called Hydro Boost, like water gel. It is the best. It is the best. I love it.
Somebody asked me it was a colleague. We were on Zoom. And so while we were on Zoom, she texted me like, what's your moisturizer? What's your skincare routine? And I was like, girl, I barely wash my face.
Yeah.
But I do throw a little, I try. I do my best. I put on my face what my mother calls oil of old lady, which is oil of Olay. My great aunt used to use oil of Olay, and my mother would be like, "Look at you with that oil of old lady." And so now, in my mind, is oil of old lady.
I have an Olay super serum that I swear by. Anytime if I'm gonna put makeup on my face, I prep my skin with that every time. It's so
yeah. I definitely moisturize morning and night when I remember to wash my face. But I do wash my face with Neutrogena. I have the one for the morning in the shower, and then I have the one at night at the side of the sink.
Yes.
Let's see. Are both families LDS? Not as far as I know. I believe I know Eric was a returned missionary. Do you know anything about Kouri's religious life, if at all?
I wasn't sure. Yeah, I didn't like dig a whole lot like into her childhood or her upbringing. So I didn't know that. I knew Eric was, but I didn't know about
Yeah.
Kouri.
You know, it's funny now that sister-in-law who Kouri throat punched is raising the kids. I wonder if they're being raised in the church. They were pretty young.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. KHSQ5NS with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. And then I'm not sure. Oh, if this posted twice, it doesn't look like it was one for me, one for you. I don't know. But there's two super chats, and we are very, very grateful.
Thank you.
Krista OG, member for 10 months, says, hello, ladies.
Hi, Krista.
And then HK is just tricking up the dollars in the club. I mean, KH, another $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Sharon THMX, member for 3 months with the brown hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. KH, wait, is this one of Kouri's relatives? She's like, if I keep giving you 4.99 super chats, will you stop talking about me? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Angela D. Robbins with the 4.99 super sticker. KH is back again. I keep saying KH. Oh, yeah, it is KH. Okay,
Hey,
KH. I look at it and then it seems wrong. I'm like, wait, did I say the thing wrong? With another 4.99 super chat.
love that.
Krista OG cannot wait for the trial. Girl,
Same.
me either.
Same.
Me either. I'm home healing from illness. See, also, I'm dealing with an autoimmune situation right now. And so I'm home for another couple of weeks trying to get my whole act right fully installed and for my system to work well. And I'm like, I have to look at my calendar to make sure that I don't have a bunch of meetings and stuff because I need to keep like one earbud on the Kouri Richins trial.
Yes,
My
absolutely.
boss doesn't watch this channel, I hope.
Same. Oh, wow. Don't get in trouble.
I will be working diligently with one earbud in my ear.
Same.
Let's see. Miss B Haven says, gonna be on catch up just to let you know. You were called out on Melanie Little's stream on Friday.
Wow.
Really? Oh, I love Melanie Little. She's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, I have to go look at her stream on Friday and see what she was saying about me. I hope it was all good stuff.
I'm sure it was.
Shelly Norman says she also had a life insurance on the children. Maybe they were next.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Now I knew there was life insurance on Eric for like $100,000 or something. That was an old life insurance policy. Do you know if she purchased new life insurance on Eric?
Yeah, she had I it was more than one that she had
Oh,
got.
oh,
So I think he had one. I'll have to go back into my notes. I know he had one like set up through his business, like that kind of, right?
yeah,
Um
yeah. Key
that,
man insurance is what they
yeah,
call that. Key man insurance. Hmm.
but yeah, she took out a couple. And that I think they talked about it in the charging documents. That ended up totaling to that almost $2 million worth of life insurance. So, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. I'll have
I
to go
know
back.
that because Eric owned the house before he married her, that the house would go into trust, which means it's controlled wholly by the sister-in-law,
Right.
um, for the benefit of the children. Even if Kouri got out, like she would number one have no money, and number two, I mean, I guess she could go live with her her allegedly homicidal mama. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ma'am. Northwest wants to know what time does court start? It's got to be on like Pacific time or Mountain time, something like that. But I don't know what time.
Oh, they're in Utah, yeah. We could probably look at the court TV tab. I know
Yeah,
they'll be
they'll
streaming.
they'll tell.
Yeah.
They'll tell. Let's see. Uh Forrest Nelson, this is from Tiffany's channel with the $20 super chat.
Thank you,
Subscribe and hit
Chris.
share and comment and chat. It's all free and really does help the channel. It really, really does.
It does. Thank
Tiff
you.
is a relatively new YouTuber. How long have you been doing this, Tiff?
I started in April of last year. So we're at like the 10, 11 month mark now. Yeah.
It's almost your birthday, your channel birthday. Are
Almost.
you going to do anything to celebrate?
I don't know. I need to just bite the bullet and do like my first live stream. And so
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe doing that for my little YouTube birthday, but I still just
Yeah.
so nervous. It's still just so it's so scary to me, but yeah.
Honestly, the first time I did a live stream, Brandy Churchwell was going to Charlie Adelson's trial, and she was like, "Oh, hey, can you like man my StreamYard?" And I was like, "What?" So she set everything up for me, And then we jumped on like the day before to practice, and she showed me where all the buttons were and everything were.
Mhm.
I was a wreck the whole time, but people were like, "No, you did fine." And I was like, "Oh my God." And then
I
the second time I did it, I got everything all set up. Like the first time went fine. The second time I set everything up, but it was totally screwed. Like I logged in the wrong way. I don't know. It was a mess the second time. It was fine.
I
It was
always feel like
fine.
that. I always feel like that. Even after. I'm just like,
Yeah.
but
You know what though? That means you're not doing enough of them, because if you do a whole bunch of them, it all blurs together. I've
it's
done
all
some where it was an
all the
absolute
same.
nightmare. And I'm like, which one was that though? Because I've done so many at this point.
Yeah.
Practice, practice, practice.
Practice, practice. Yeah.
Let's see. Deidre Tyler, gifted one Gossip Rumor and Innuendo membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Erica with AC, a member for 14 months. Please come to Crime Con, Kathy.
You should.
You know, are you going to go to Crime Con?
No, I have talked about it like 10 times this year, but I don't know, maybe next year. It's like it's always been like on the bucket list like for years and
Yeah.
years. And this year they're in Vegas, which would be a blast. But are you going?
I don't know. Number one, I have a kid graduating in May,
Right,
and I have a kid graduating in June. One's
right.
graduating high school, one's graduating college. And so it's like it's a crazy time around here. And then we're traveling for like a big graduation trip. We're going out of the country, like all the kids, everybody. So I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze in a trip to Vegas. And frankly, I don't know if I can afford a trip to Vegas on the heels of graduations
All of
and kids needing cars and all that stuff. Part
yeah.
of it is time and part of it is financial, truthfully, because I'm just like, it's a lot to be going on. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. But Josh from Courtroom Confidential and Tiff, his wife, are going to be there. So if I go, I'm going to use their code, because I know they have a code. Like if you say CC
Mm,
or Courtroom Confidential or something, you get some percentage off the
100%.
tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. I have to look at the itinerary. Maybe I'll swoop in for like a day or two and
Like
then
a couple things. Yeah.
yeah, and then jet right back out, because it can be a lot. I had planned last year and ended up canceling.
Oh,
I don't remember what came up, but right now it's largely dependent on what's happening with my health. I'm supposed to be good as new by May, because I'm doing a shot that's a biologic and it's like blah blah blah.
mm-hmm.
It's supposed to change my whole life. We'll see.
Oh,
Fingers crossed.
fingers
We will. It's working so far. It's working
good.
so far. So once it fully kicks in, then all these horrible symptoms will go away and I will be back to being a normal person.
Aw.
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Okay. Jojo Tink RN says, so grateful to be part of the gossip train, a member for 17 months. That's a long time.
Wow,
Thank you,
that
thank
is
you,
a
thank
long
you. Boji Man 1 with the $1.99 super chat. Longtime gossip lurker over here in Kansas. Well, keep on lurking, friend. Keep on lurking. And look out your windows and tell me what your neighbors are doing, because I want to know. Um, Ohio Palm Mom, who seems to be everywhere. I'm telling you, no matter what channel, what true crime channel I click on, they're like, oh, Ohio Palm Mom has a comment. I'm like, oh, girl, you are everywhere. I love it.
I love that.
She said, I don't believe she even wrote it herself. Talking about Corey's children's book.
Yeah, I saw a
There's
lot
no
of
way.
people saying that they don't even think she wrote it, but
Yeah. Yeah. You can have them ghost, like you could go on, what is it, like Fiverr or whatever.
Fiverr.
But honestly, yeah, Fiverr, like that website, Fiverr. Honestly, now you just go on Chat GPT and you're like, I have a book idea. Here are the outlines of it, and
No,
it'll
right.
write the whole
I'll
story
write it
for
out
you
for you. Yeah. You know what she did
and
write?
illustrate it.
That letter.
She
We didn't even talk about the letter.
We gotta talk about the letter. We gotta talk about the letter. Okay. Give us background on the walk the dog letter. Tell
You
us every single thing. I
walk the
can't believe we almost
Yeah,
forgot.
I know. I was like, when she said writing it, and I was like, wait a minute. Walk the dog letter. So Kouri Richins was incarcerated already at this time. They do a search of her cell. And in an LSAT book, girl, they found a 6-page handwritten letter, big font at the top, walk the dog, but take vague notes so you remember. Okay, so the whole letter, defense is trying to say she was writing a fictional story. Definitely does not read like a story. It is 100% reads
Mm.
to me like
Mm.
instructions. She's basically, this is addressed to her mom, and through the whole thing, she's basically just telling her mom to tell Ronnie, who is her brother, all of these things to say. He needs to say that Eric used to tell him about his trips to Mexico and how he used to buy pain pills and all this stuff from people down in Mexico. And 100%, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, sounds like a narrative. Like, he needs to say, I think she even said at one point, he can word it however he needs to. He just needs to make
Mm.
sure that it's all in there.
Mm.
So,
Hello, jury tampering. I mean, witness tampering.
mhm, mhm.
Girl.
So I don't even know
Well,
if the letter is admissible. I was trying to they are going to talk about it. It is admissible. Okay. I didn't know if
yes.
they had kicked it out, because I had read that it was in an envelope that was addressed to her attorneys. And
Yes.
so that the fact that it was even opened in the first place kind of violated that, like, attorney-client privilege thing. So I wasn't sure if it was going to get thrown out or if they were going to admit it.
No, Emily D. Baker did a whole thing about the walk the dog letter because Attorney Bloodworth, who I believe is the prosecutor in this, said, he said something like, like, oh, a bunch of people on YouTube are following this. And he's like, as every law nerd on the internet knows, it's called the walk the dog letter.
Mhm.
And people are saying that walk the dog, WTD, stands for what to do. I don't know if that's
Mhm.
like,
Okay.
people just sort of making something out of nothing.
Right.
But Kouri, at the time, Sky Lazaro, the gorgeous and beautiful Sky
Mhm.
Lazaro, was her attorney.
Mhm.
Sky Lazaro looks like a modern version of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, like tall, long, lean, beautiful nails, beautiful clothes, beautiful every single thing. I'm kind of obsessed with Sky Lazaro. Sky Lazaro was her very expensive attorney, and she wrote this letter saying, like, okay, Sky says we have to do ba 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 ba, but here is what Ronnie needs to say or tell the
Right.
police or whatever it is. And so she writes out all these details of all these things, telling her mom. Oh, and the thing that's so crazy is she wrote this letter. Now, if you mail it out, then it's subject to being read by the people at the jail.
Right.
So she took the letter and she held it up to the camera on a video call so they could see it and write notes down.
And
So
that's
she
why it was
didn't read it out
sent.
loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she folded it up, and then she put it in an envelope marked legal mail under the theory that they can't open it if it says
Mhm.
legal mail.
Okay.
That's not entirely true. If something says legal mail, anything that's like folded up, even if it says legal mail, they can send it to like a filter team and say to this separate team of people, look at this. If it's legal, then okay, we won't touch it. But if it's not legal, we can actually read it. Because
Yeah.
otherwise you could hide anything in a letter that says legal mail. And there was some question about the way they got the letter because they knew Kouri had like stuff in her cell. And I believe she like went to the not the I don't know if it was the hospital or just like the infirmary there at the prison,
Mhm.
but she was out of her cell for a couple of days and they tossed her cell while she was out sick. And that's when they found this letter and they read it. And because it was determined not to be legal,
Right.
um, although Sky was upset saying like, this is legal strategy or whatever, but ultimately, she said a lot of mean and nasty things about her attorney, calling her attorney every name in the book. And her attorney was like, I have a conflict. Can't mess with this filthy heifer
I
no
was
more.
gonna
I
say,
mean,
I knew she had come off and they said it was for an ethical reason. I was never
yeah.
entirely sure of, like, why Sky came off and was replaced with her new team. But
Yeah, I mean, her new team is public defender. Sky Lazaro is a private attorney.
right, right.
And so I suspect that the conflict may have been Heffa was out of cash because that would have been a conflict for me. It conflicts with my desire to continue to buy silk blouses. So yeah, no, I can no longer represent her.
Can't
She
do
was
it.
also trying to get she was also trying to get Sky to smuggle her in like Crest white strips and all kinds of
Oh, I
other
did see the
stuff.
thing with the white strips. Yeah. Yeah,
She's a
Corey.
whole mess. She
Yep.
is a whole chaos muppet.
You have more important things
But
to worry
my seriously, like, ma'am. And it's said that she loves the press, the media that she's getting, and that
about.
there's it's thought that Kouri might be upset that now Nancy Guthrie is getting so much press that Corey's trial won't get as much press.
No way. Is she
Speculation.
serious? Oh my gosh. It would
Tanika's 2 cents says Sky was a baddie and she noped out of there. Absolutely. She's like,
not doing it.
this heifer.
Yeah.
The way that Sky looked at Corey was as though like, I'm your lawyer, don't touch me. Yes, I hear it, don't touch me. Like that is the internal monologue that was happening in my head every time I saw them sitting side by side in court. Sky was just like, I'm gonna teeter up here on my heels and defend you and said, Justice, don't lean on me. You smell like jail. Like in my mind, the whole time, Sky was like, why you smell like jail though? You smell like jail. I understand. Yeah, no, don't touch me. And when, at the bond hearing, when Corey found out she was not getting bail, and she was just like, but I can't go to jail. And Sky was like, you'll be fine. Like you could read her lips. Corey was like, no, I can't. And Sky was like, you smell like jail.
I
You'll be
didn't even I didn't even
I
see the bond hearing. I didn't get to watch it when it happened, but
you must pull it up.
yeah,
You must watch the bond hearing. It's amazing. 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 Yeah.
I'll have to watch
Yeah.
it.
But it's basically it's like it's the like the lawyers argue, but the family gets up and said that's when the sister-in-law
Yeah.
is like, this heifer, this heifer throat punched me, and
Yeah.
she tried to kill my brother a whole bunch of times, and
I
so
saw the
leave her
clip.
behind, locked up.
Yeah, I've seen little
We
like
got her kids. She's not going to be able to see her children never, never again because she's trash. Again, not a quote, but the spirit of what was said.
spirit.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me get to the rest of these super chats. Purple Sunset Lover, going to be on the replay crew for this one. Cannot wait though. We will see you on replay, friend, and drop some brown hearts in the chat if you're watching this on replay. Let's see. Barb Murray Babas? I read that as Barb Murray Badass, so that's what we're gonna call her. Barb Murray Badass says, with the $2 super chat, says, if there was a luxury prison, Lori Daybell wanted in. Absolutely. And she's not going.
And it's probably
Casually
she deserves it.
Yes, seriously. Casually Kiki says, Kathy, I fell asleep watching a members only playlist of yours last night. I don't know what you talked about in them, but I'm having trouble facing you today.
What did you say in those
Say
members only?
So here's the thing. At night, I'm a woman of a certain age, and so I need help sleeping. And so I take a delightful combination of Simply Sleep, which makes me sleepy, and progesterone, which makes me slightly loopy.
Right.
Although, since my dose of progesterone has been lowered, I'm not as loopy. But I would say when I was all hopped up on that progesterone, all kinds of crazy things. Later, I would watch them back and be like, oh my God, just all kinds of crazy things.
I have to
If
get in
it's a
on those.
members only video and it's long, I've fallen asleep. I have forgotten that the camera was still on. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess. There have been some that were so bad I took them down the next day. I've doxed myself. Like it's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Put your phone down at bedtime. No more. No more.
for the members only. I said, good morning, everyone. That's how I warm up my voice in the morning before I make my public video. I talk to the members. I'm like, okay, y'all, I have my notes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This is happening, that's happening. And I'm like, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm getting myself together, but it warms up my voice. And then I make my members only. At night, we just review the day. I show the sock of the day because, I'm always knitting socks and we talk about whatever. And at the beginning of the video, I'm always very, very lucid. Sometimes it goes off the rails. The other day, I was trying to say Tai Chi. Tai Chi? Yeah, Tai Chi.
Right.
I could not get those words out. I kept calling it Chai Chi, and then that turned into Chai Tea.
Chai
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. I was like the Chai Chi with the Tai Chi with the I could not. I could say it now mostly. I could not make Tai Chi work.
That is so
It
funny.
just it would not come out of my lips. It was not my fault.
I'm gonna have to get in on one of those.
Wait. Oh my God, it's unhinged. Shayna Hirsch, member for 25 months. I've had memberships for 25 months. It's
Wow.
crazy. I had no idea I've had memberships that long. Oh, 10:30 Eastern time. Hi, ladies. That I believe is the time that the trial starts.
Yes. That
So
would make sense.
10:30
Thank you,
Eastern.
Shayna.
Thank you. Look, Shayna, researcher extraordinaire, knows
Mhm.
all the things. All the things. Tanika of 2 Cents fame, Tanika's New Sense with Tanika's New Sense. See, this is what happens. Tanika's 2 Cents says, "Hello, beautiful ladies. Is trial on a delay like Lori's was?" Oh, I have not heard that. I don't think so.
Oh, you mean like
I
the
don't.
feed, like the feed? Oh yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes they'll start
They
trial
do
and then
it.
30 minutes later.
Yeah,
I thought it was real time. I had not heard anything about a delay.
I'll have to look.
Uh, Casually Kiki has been a member for 15 months. Best 15 months ever. Oh, so sweet. So,
Wow.
so sweet. Evangeline Light says, Kathy, so glad you went live, member for 9 months. I am glad to be here with all of my true crime friends. Um, the crafty RN member for 2 months. Love you, GRI. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Hang on. Why is this? Sometimes it won't let me see the whole thing. Um, Thanks for noticing me, member for 5 months. And aside, you following Samuel Hochstetler. Oh, I have a whole Samuel Hochstetler playlist. Additionally, we did a phone a friend Amish edition. I was like, if there are any Amish people who are out there who can come on my channel, and then it occurred to me, the Amish probably don't have Wi-Fi. You know who does have Wi-Fi? The formerly Amish.
Mhm.
Mhm. I had a formerly Amish gentleman come on and answer all of my ridiculous Amish questions,
Wow.
and it was a treat. You could find that on the Samuel Hochstetler playlist. KH is a new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Slinky 2120 with the $5 super chat. No, I said before you Wait, no. I said before you became my husband's favorite YouTube creator, he had always loved you, but now but he'd always loved you, but you're fave now, and he has a new respect for Mr. Gossip. Mr. Gossip is very long suffering. He thinks this whole channel is ridiculous. He thinks everything about this is ridiculous. He does not understand my obsession with true crime. He's just like, I don't. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna do your little true crime thing," and I'm like,
Your
I'm
little
going live." He just goes upstairs. He don't wanna know. He wants to know nothing about it.
let you do your thing.
Yes, bless him. Wait, Kathleen Roloff says, "Can't wait for trial to begin. Weird sort of holiday."
Right.
It is a weird sort of holiday, but
Been a long time. People have been waiting for this to happen.
I looked it up and I made my first Kouri Richins video 2 years ago. It's
Wow.
been a long time. A
Yeah.
long time. But I always try to keep these to 1 hour. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. I need to move my car off the street before the snow shows up. I also need to go get some more Tide and other assorted things from the supermarket.
I'm so sick of the
Um,
snow, Kathy. I need
oh
spring.
my God. Yeah. 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 The groundhog told us it was going to be 6 more weeks of winter, but I think that rodent lies. But in this case, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Um, Francis Fitzgerald says, hubby and I watch you every morning. We love you. Oh my God, that's so lovely. Tiffany, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me right here on YouTube, mostly Tiff Unraveled, all one word. And then also on Facebook and Instagram under the same name. If you guys want, you can come follow me there too. But yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Follow Sweet Tiffany. She's doing big things over there. You
Right.
can find me on Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo on YouTube, of course. I have to look at my little sign. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. My delightful social media manager takes care of all of that. I don't know nothing about that. But I'm there. And I bought recently a new shorts program. So it like pulls together all of my shorts. As an aside, some of the shorts, I'm using Opus Clip Pro. It's amazing. But for 1 or 2 of my videos, it was like, hey, we have this service and it's free to you. Try it out. And I was like, And so it put like a man's voice, like an AI generated voice over the beginning of my clip and then some AI generated B-roll. And I was like, what is this nonsense? I don't need y'all's help like this. I know what I'm doing.
Take it off.
So I think I took down all the videos with the weird AI. It was a weird thing. I was like, what is this? I tried to delete all the AI ones. There may be some floating out there. But aside from that, Opus Clip Pro is awesome. It's awesome. I love it. But you got to know how to push all the buttons that say, don't put that weird AI, man. I don't want your AI B-roll. Thanks so much. So all is well. Thanks for joining us on this lovely, snowy Sunday morning, Tiff.
Thank you guys so much for having me here. No, I just excited to cover this and talk about it with you guys throughout the week. I'll try to do my daily or every other day updates, and I just can't wait to hear what everybody thinks. It'll be interesting.
Those opening statements are going to be fire.
Yeah.
Fire. So you'll be recapping every day or every couple of days. You'll break down what's happened in court.
Yeah. I like, as always, I'll have the hidden AirPod in. I'll be covering it, taking notes, and then I'll just come home and try to hop on and cover as much as we can throughout. It's supposed to last 4 to 5 weeks, they said. But they said that about like Banfield and all that too. Sometimes it, so we'll see. But yeah.
Wow. I was not aware it was. I'm going to be on vacation for part of this. Okay, I'm going to figure it out. Where I'm going has Wi-Fi.
You better keep it in there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will see you all on the tubes of you. And take care, everybody. Have a great Sunday. Hold on to.
Dear true crime friends, we clutch our pearls and laugh again. We all gather around, Kathy has a story to tell, our favorite comedian. Heifer, please, I don't have the free time unless you got the scoop again. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. That like people to kick the bucket from Idaho, Iowa, and everywhere in between. Half a please boncation in the first degree. Half a please come solve the case with me. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Yeah.
Come here, not Spike. Come here, bye, not Spike.